Hello everyone, Mrs. Stanley here again. Today we are going to begin lesson 3 in our math unit on data. So, sorry, I had to sneeze. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. All right, we're going to be beginning lesson 3 on bar graphing. So yesterday we learned about picture graphs. The first day that we did this, lesson 1 on Monday, we learned about organizing data, and so today we're going to go to the next step and learn about how to create a scaled bar graph. So our lesson objective today is I can create a scaled bar graph. So on your own today, you are going to complete the fluency. So you're going to complete number gym, sprint, and you're also going to complete tower of power. But together we are going to do math chat.
What's up, Math Star? Welcome back to the Zern Ice Cream Parlor. This time, we're going to work with a larger data set.
Take a look at the key in this picture graph. How many people are represented by each ice cream cone? If we look at the key there, it says that each ice cream cone represents 5 people. Complete the picture graph based on the information in the data table. Remember, each ice cream cone represents 5 people. So let's look at strawberry. 20 people chose strawberry as their favorite ice cream flavor. So we're going to count by 5s until we get to 20, and that's how many ice cream cones we're going to put. So 5, 10, 15, 20. We're going to do the same thing for all of the rest of the choices on our picture graph. So vanilla, there are 10, 5, 10. Chocolate, 30 chose chocolate, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Mint chip was 35, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And 15 people chose cookies and cream. 5, 10, 15. I just counted by 5s as I added the icons to the picture graph.
Ethan, talk us through your picture graph.
The data table shows how many people picked each ice cream flavor as their favorite. The key tells us that each ice cream cone represents 5 people.
Nice observations. How did you create your picture graph?
20 people said strawberry was their favorite ice cream flavor. Each cone represents 5 people, and 4 groups of 5 equals 20. So I put 4 cones here to represent 20 people. 10 people chose vanilla as their favorite flavor. 10 is 2 groups of 5. So I put 2 cones here. I put 6 cones in chocolate for the 30 people who chose chocolate as their favorite flavor. Then 7 cones in mint chip for the 35 people whose favorite flavor was mint chip. And 3 cones in cookies and cream for the 15 people who chose that as their favorite.
Looking good. Let's answer a question about this data set.
How many more people picked mint chip than vanilla? This is, there are 2 ways we can solve this problem. We can either kind of draw an imaginary line from where the top of vanilla is to where the top, or to mint chip, and then just count on from there, or we can subtract. So I'm going to show you how to do both ways here. I know that there are 2 icons there for vanilla, so those are the 2 that I'm going to skip. Right, when I start counting. So 5, 10, I'm going to skip those. I'm going to start fresh and count on until I get to the top of my picture graph for mint chip. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 more people picked mint chip as their favorite flavor. The other way we could do this is by writing a subtraction sentence. I know that 35 people picked mint chip as their favorite, and 10 people picked vanilla. 35 minus 10 equals 25. Again, same answer. 25 more people picked mint chip as their favorite flavor.
Kayla, how many more people picked mint chip as their favorite flavor than picked vanilla?
7 groups of 5 people picked mint chip. That's 35 people. Only 2 groups of 5 people picked vanilla. That's 10 people. 35 minus 10 equals 25. So 25 more people picked mint chip as their favorite flavor than vanilla.
Great solve. Nice job representing our ice cream data with the picture graph. Let's look at a new way of representing the same data. Notice that this scaled bar graph has the same title as the picture graph, and that we're graphing the same data. I can represent the 20 people whose favorite flavor is strawberry by adding tiles. I add one tile, and the scale shows me that the tile represents 5 people. I add another tile, and now I've represented 10 people. I keep adding tiles until I get to 20 people. Your turn.
Okay, we're going to continue this. So what does each square on the grid represent? Each square represents 5 people. I can tell by just the side, that left side of the graph that has the numbers on it. Every time there's a new square, it's 5. It goes up by 5. So each square represents 5 people. The numbers on the scale tell us the number of people. All right, let's use tiles to show the number of people that picked vanilla. So if I look at my graph, I know 10 people picked vanilla, so 5, 10.
Ethan, how'd you get started?
10 people picked vanilla as their favorite flavor. The scale tells us each tile represents 5 people. So I added 2 tiles because 2 groups of 5 equals 10.
Well done. Keep going.
All right, complete the rest of the scaled bar graph. Let's look at chocolate. 30 people chose chocolate. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can also just look across to where the number 30 is, and that's how high I'm going to make my bar for that. Mint chip was 35, so I'm just going to make my bar 35 people high, and cookies and cream 15. 5, 10, 15.
Show us your graph, Kayla.
30 people picked chocolate as their favorite flavor. I added 6 tiles to get to 30 on the scale. For mint chip, I added 7 tiles to represent the 35 people who picked that flavor. And for cookies and cream, I need 3 tiles to represent those 15 people.
Nice job. Let's compare the graph we just made to our picture graph.
Both graphs have the same title and columns for each flavor. They both show the same data and have the same scale.
Nice. Ethan, what's different between these two graphs?
The bar graph has a grid to help us read the scale.
Love it. Now, let's analyze our data.
The most popular flavor is the flavor that blank people picked. Most popular would be what most people picked. What was the most popular ice cream flavor? Well, by looking at my graph, I can see that mint chip had the tallest bar, so that is the most popular ice cream flavor. What are the 3 least popular flavors? I'm just going to look at my graph and pick the 3 shortest bars. So I see vanilla is the first shortest, next comes cookies and cream, and then strawberry.
Ethan.
I looked for the 3 shortest bars. Vanilla was the shortest with only 10 people. 15 people picked cookies and cream, and 20 people picked strawberry. So the 3 least popular flavors were vanilla, cookies and cream, and strawberry.
Blank people picked either mint chip or cookies and cream. So I know 35 people picked mint chip and 15 people picked cookies and cream. So I'm going to add those 2 numbers together. 35 plus 15 equals 50. Blank more people picked mint chip than cookies and cream. So I'm going to look at the difference between mint chip and cookies and cream, and I can see there's, I'm just going to count the squares up, going up by 5s to see what the difference is. So 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 more people chose mint chip than cookies and cream.
Kayla.
35 people picked mint chip as their favorite flavor, and 15 people picked cookies and cream. 35 plus 15 is 50. So 50 people picked either mint chip or cookies and cream as their favorite flavor.
Right on. How many more people picked mint chip than cookies and cream?
35 minus 15 equals 20. So 20 more people picked mint chip than cookies and cream.
Correct. Nice work today representing data with the picture graph and the scaled bar graph. Go test your mettle in the Tower of Power.
All right, excellent work, Morehouse. So you have two choices. You can either complete your problem set in your math packet and send me a picture, or you can complete this lesson on Zern. As always, math chat is optional. You can do it if you feel like the practice would help you, if you would just like to do it for fun. But you must do Number Gym, Sprint, and Tower of Power. Reach out if you need any help, and I can't wait to see you all tomorrow.